Welcome back everyone. A little bit of a different video. I was having some audio troubles earlier, so hopefully those have been fixed and you can actually hear me over the crackling of the fire. So, I'm not a mobile gamer. That's much as for certain. I hadn't really downloaded any mobile games, but I started getting to a few tower defense games because I was, traveling or whatever, and eventually this game was recommended to me. I got something much different that I bargained for. This isn't really your typical tower defense game, but it's really got my interest. It's pretty good. I'm going to go through a quick introduction. This is all from the free perspective. I haven't spent a cent in this game yet. It's pretty darn good. This could still be the honeymoon phase. I've been at this about exactly a month, you can kind of tell. Yeah, basically about a month here or so. Still have a while to go to get to the end game, but I'm gonna just go through quickly all the different modes. That's one thing that's really nice about this game is there are so many different modes. You could just literally just kind of spend the entire day in this game and sink a lot more hours than you care to admit. But grindy but great, I would say, is the kind of subtitle. It is pretty grindy though, at some points especially. So. Kind of the idea is, again, it's like a tower defense game, but there's lots of different modes. So, you have different heroes, and that's one of the things that got me into this game was the designs. There are some other games out there, like I think this is based on kind of like a Raid Shadow Legends. Again, since I don't play, I'd heard of it because of all the, marketing, but not really because of the actual gameplay. But yeah, I think it has better graphics than that. Oh, if I'm wrong. But the designs are really pretty here. You got some, even some good physics you can kind of see, and I'm all about those physics, But yeah, great designs. And, I've always been kind of looking for something to scratch that proverbial itch in terms of, fantasy and sci-fi. And of course, this is fantasy, not sci-fi. And yeah, the designs here are really nice. They're not cartoonish, really. They are quite artistic. There are a few pretty busy ones. I don't know if I have a really busy one here that I could show. Let me see if there's one that I could show that's a particularly busy design. There's some pretty cool. I think he's pretty cool Cerberus with the multiple heads and everything. This is not for kids, or at least the designs are not for kids, It is very involved. There's lots of different stats that you can do, and it can get kind of lost. I think he's actually a marksman. I think about this guy. Look at this design. Look at all that up there. It's just there's so much going on. So, very nice design characters, but sometimes maybe a little busy. But some homages as well, maybe. But yeah, Eyes Front. Kind of Golem inspired, and I wish I had him. He's those really good. Anyway, I'm not gonna get lost now. Let's go over some of the game modes. So basically, the campaign's the basic of the basic, right? And oh yeah, just yesterday I beat this dreaded N814. Oh my goodness, if you know what I'm talking about. But you go through, as you can kind of see from here, you'll place different figures. And yeah, you can defend. There's basically 4 different classes of heroes. There are, when you go to your heroes, you can filter by them. There are fighters. These are the ones who are on the front lines doing the damage, but are susceptible to melee attacks. And they usually do it via melee attacks, but some, like she has range, she's really good. You have defenders who don't deal as much damage, but they tank the hits. So they're there for to kind of provide a blockage and to basically allow others who are damage dealers, like mages and long-range characters, to go for them and whatever, and actually take out the enemy units. And then you have the range, like archers, that sort of thing. She can be invisible and not targeted. My boy Theowen, I think he's the first epic I ever got, and yeah, he's been with me ever since. And then you also have mages who deal as opposed to physical damage, long range, they deal special magical damage. So, lots of kind of sub tier damage things that people have suggested, and the end game can get kind of boring, I've heard. like doing like different classifications, like types, like fire, ice, and whatever. But you know, that's not here. It seems to be pretty much static in terms of like it's just damage. And then of course you got the healers. I think she's the best healer in the game, so I got her. She was my second legendary, so that was really cool. I got him like a week before I got Elwyn, so he's also pretty good. He's an epic. She was one of my first healers, probably the first healer I pulled, so not as good. But anyway, yeah, got the healers. So yeah, those are the 4 main classes so far in this game. They also have different factions that they can do so. And then the BP right here, it's kind of like a general quick overview of like how powerful they are, how good they are. In terms of how rare they are, you will get tons of, there's commons, or if I could scroll down a little faster, or grays. Those are just like for consuming for level up. Then you have the uncommons with the green background. Then you have the rares with the blue background. They're okay in the early game. You probably don't really want to invest in the greens even, but the blues in the early game, you know, you're decent. And then where you really want to start investing in is going to be the epics, which are the purples. That could be pretty good. And then the legendaries, which are the golds, and those are really good. And there's also just so many ways to level up here. Like, you know, there's the basic way of leveling up right here where you get experience. That's, you know, everyone who's a gamer, you know, kind of understand that. But then there's also promotions, which you can get in the quick view here. You see the stars, so you can level them up. Let me see some that haven't leveled up as much. Well, you use the different things right here that you can collect, and you'll get sometimes access to new abilities, range increase, that sort of thing, depending on the character, the hero, and you can just go up and up and up, and this increases their max level as well. So like the max level for any hero is 6 stars, which would be level 60. So like right now I'm at level 50, and I'm 50-50. I can't go any higher until I star up, but I can't because I don't have enough. I only have that, so I can consume. You can consume other heroes to help level you up, which is nice because you get a lot of repeats, especially with the commons and uncommons and rares. So you can make it a use. Of course, you can sell them as well eventually. And then gear is really emphasizing here. You know, I know I'm gonna get so many comments in below. It's like, your gear sucks. Let me know, you know, I'm a baby at this game, okay? Let me know gently. Go nudge me in this direction, right? Especially this. Whew. Especially, I'm kind of getting characters from all directions, and so I'm kind of trying to, you know, get the best sort. And like I went out my way to do this, but I need to grind more. Basically, is what I'm saying for good gear, because that's really a game changer in the end. Is the gear. And then skills. These are skills that you can get with dust. I'm actually going to do, I don't have much dust right now, so dust, and then once you get to a certain point, also these crystals help to level up, and these will, these are always unlocked, I think, for the most part. Maybe a few here and there are not unlocked, but you just basically will do more damage. The crit rates will just go up and make them more and more powerful. And then awakenings are nice, a little bit different from a conventional other game of leveling up, where if you get duplicates, you can awaken them. And this one is really big as well, because you can, like with skills, that's leveling up things, and then same thing with promotions, but with awakenings, you can really, I don't have another one of her, obviously, you can really get, you know, a good access to like really good abilities, like, so for instance, Wrath, who's actually someone you get for free, just by progressing in the game. He gets access to, like, as his fully awakened, he actually can restore 30% of his damage, and he's an attacker, so he deals a lot of damage, so that means he almost doesn't even need a healer. Really, really good, you know, with the awakening. So, and the artifacts are a little bit later on in the game. They actually, as far as I'm aware of, and I could be wrong because, again, I'm still in the beginning game, or what we want to call it, mid-game. This one doesn't increase quite as much as some of the other things like gear, but they add a little bit of a nice edge to it. So just yeah, another thing you can attach. So that's kind of a quick run through of what attributes, and of course you can level up the gear, you can level up the artifacts, and that sort of thing. As you can tell by my account, I still have a long way to go. And yeah, the campaign, there's normal, and then you can also switch eventually to hard. And then you can switch eventually to expert once you get that. You can tell again, I am not super far. So yeah, and then sometimes there are plateaus and walls you jump up against. Like, so for instance, chapter 8, you see the recommended power level basically is 189,000, and all of a sudden I get just one level next, and all of a sudden it jumps to 500, almost 600,000. Oh my goodness. So yeah, but that's campaign. Lots of things you can do in campaign. Then you also get Void Rift, which is kind of like a little almost side quest thing that you can kind of walk around and collect things and battle. It's kind of a side thing. It's not quite as involved as some of the other modes so far. Again, early. Arena, this is pretty cool. This is where you can go and battle for other people. Now, you don't battle them straight on. You battle their characters. Basically, you face waves, and whoever faces waves the best gets the win and the points and so on and so forth. So you get rewards like that. So that's cool. And then raids, there's a lot happening in raids. So kind of breaking it down, promotion raids, you kind of saw this with the promotions. There's the 4 classes of heroes, and you can help to level them up by grinding these certain levels. You can tell I'm, again, not super far away. I guess I'm not extreme here with it. Yeah, you can get rewards here, as you can see, and actually this is pretty good because that's a lower level one, and I think the lower level one actually you don't get that many. All the way back at 6 you only get 3 to 9, so that's kind of interesting. But anyway, and then mages, endurance, and melee, of course. Resource rates, this is for experience. You get the experience as well. You can also auto fight. That's an interesting one of this game as well, is that you don't have to, although it is pretty grindy, you can do things in the background. Like, you can do an auto fight if you've beaten it perfectly and just farm that way. And you can see, though, you do consume this lightning thing up here, which is like a stamina, and you can only do it so much. Like you can tell, I would run out of stamina. Like, I have enough fights, auto fights, but I don't have enough stamina. So stamina is pretty important in here. That basically allows you to challenge levels, that sort of thing. But yeah, I could farm. That's experience, and then you can also get gold here, farming for gold. And then you get the guild boss. This is one where I'm on Nightmare 1 right now, so again, got a ways to go, but making some progress here. I've already done this for the day. You can do daily rewards once you join the guild. I'll talk a little bit about more of that when I get to the actual guild. Gear rates, this is for why it says gear. You can see I haven't even unlocked this, and I'm just going through the modes right, left, right. There's just so many modes. Gear 1's going to be like the physical weapons and the what's this here, breastplates, and then gear rates 2 and 3 are for bangles, amulets, and rings. And this is the thing about this game, because there are so many game modes. Yeah, you can have a core team, which is maybe best for, like, say, campaign, but different characters, different heroes, they may shine in other modes, that's the one thing I really like about this game, is just finding, the characters who are maybe not the best at what you're doing currently, like a campaign, but then when you do other modes, they just shine. Artifact material, this is for the artifacts, as I mentioned before. I think, again, I might be misspeaking here, don't quite affect the power level quite as much as things like gear and star upping, but still pretty important. Faction trial was something I kind of unlocked not too long ago, and this is pretty cool. So not only, you get your core team, and you think, oh, I have the best healer or healers, and I have the best fighters, but then I don't need these other guys. Well, you might, because with faction trials, you have to do only guys of a certain faction. So here I have a lot of them here. You can tell they're not fully leveled up. So for instance, these beginner guys right here, it's like, well, they were no good anymore, so I discard them. But you see up here, I don't have any more choices. With the other factions, usually I actually only have about like 5 or 6, because I'm still, again, kind of at the beginning stages. So you don't want to discard them. You can still level them up for something like faction trial. So again, that's what I really like about this game. There's just so many different modes that you can play, and basically still use these heroes, and not just a core team of like, a dozen heroes that you just will use and take to every single mode. You have to switch out, so which is nice. What faction trials do is they give you permanent boosts. I'm going to back out here and go to the Pantheon in this area. So you get permanent boost to your attack, HP, rage regen, crit damage, healing, blah, blah, blah. So this is cool. This is unlocked a little later again. But yeah, you get permanent boost no matter what mode you do. So pretty cool, pretty darn cool. Going back to raids, and we just did faction round. Tide is pretty cool. So I don't access it normally from this screen. I don't normally access it from the main screen. Tide is like basically I've already done it for the day, but you just go against a huge wave. This is one where you can actually put down the phone, or because I have a phone right now, I'm doing it on the computer, so I can you know, record easier. But you can like literally put down the phone and not pay attention, and then just go through it. It's pretty simple. Now, when you start getting to the higher waves, I've noticed at 87, like I'd say my BP is a little low. It's still been really easy, but anyway, and then you get other rewards, of course, as well, as you can see. Nice rewards, and yeah, I need that dust, as you saw before. I only have like 54 or something like that. So, and you get new talents as well that you can upgrade, like add new tiles or whatever. And this is where you can put tons of team members down. So, like you could have more than 12, I think. So, you know, all of them at once, I should say, as opposed to the limits you get in campaign. And then you have Immortal Codex. I just got this one not long ago, so I can't really say. You can see my F score. I'll do better. And yeah, I actually haven't done this one today. So this is like a cycling kind of boss things, and you can get like in the top 10 or top. No, that's not what I wanted to do. You can do like other redeem shops by getting rewards where you get, you know, to certain levels. So yeah, I actually wanted to do this, but I don't see. I was gonna check where like the reward system was, but anyway, okay. It's not gonna. Okay, here it is. Points rewards, yeah, and then you can see I'm way down there. But again, I just first unlocked this, so got a ways to go, and I have like suggested heroes, which I don't. I do have that one, so and yeah, she's pretty good for that mode. Okay, and then yeah, those are the main kind of core modes there, along with campaign, and then that. Okay, and then idle rewards. I get this. Cool, I just got it, yay. And this is the nice thing about this game as well, is it scales. Like these idle rewards, like when you start out, you get really lame things, and then, or like really basic heroes, but then the longer you're playing, the more you're playing, I don't know where it stops, but like I've been starting to get star 3 heroes now, which are rares, just by, you know, playing the game for 20 minutes. Keeping it open for 20 minutes even, so that's pretty cool. Guild. So guild is right here. I'm going to go more into detail on this. I can't go into full detail because I'm not sure of everything. Like, but this is where, again, I typically access guild. This is where the guild boss you can do every day. Get some nice juicy rewards here. And yeah. Also, stay tuned to the end of the video. I will be doing a few rare summoning. So yes, or legendary summoning, or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, donations. I already donated for today. I'm not going to donate. I could donate gold, but yeah, you get these for the dwarf shop. Guild War. I haven't actually participated in one. I will participate, or try to participate in this next one, because I didn't get to for the last one. So I didn't have it unlocked. So I will see, and I'll let you know. But yeah. So yeah, you get a quest as well, you get guild rankings. So the cool thing about Guild War is that also you can literally, you know, you're on the other side. It's weird because you're actually sending the enemy units as opposed to defending against them. So that's pretty interesting. That's something that I haven't seen before, and that's cool with Guild. So yeah, trying to think if there's anything else. Kind of generally speaking, again, I mentioned stamina gold used to buy things. There's this dwarven thing, which, as I mentioned before, about leveling up. This gets better and better as you progress throughout the game, so it's not just going to be crap or whatever. This is stuff that you buy with gold, and then this is stuff that you buy with guild stuff, you know, the markers, beating the dragon, whatever level you can do. Arena, this is with the PvP, you know, person versus person sort of thing. And then this is Awakening. I don't have anything here because I'm not to that level yet, but say you've maxed out level 5 Awakening, you've got multiple copies of a certain hero, and you just want to get rid of them, you want to sell them, this is where you would reimburse their particular cash. So like for commons and uncommons, it's gold that you get. For rares, it's going to be 30 diamonds, red diamonds. And then for the rarer heroes, then you get the, you can see the currency here, the gold and purple coins, whatever those are. Gold, yeah. Yeah, and then of course you get lots of events that will be coming up. Got Spiritual Altar, so it's like this is where I summon stuff, which I'm going to be doing here pretty soon. Moral Codex, the other character was just added, this guy right here. So yeah, pretty fun stuff, and it just cycles through every so often, and then you get new ones. Like right now, also we have a summoning for a particular new hero. I'm probably not going to be able to get her. Abizu. So yeah. So and constantly new content, new up, you know, that sort of thing. So yeah, pretty good game. Again, pretty grindy, but pretty good. And I think it's kind of a bit of a snowball effect as you start again to get more into the game. You'll start getting better and better stuff more frequently. It's kind of slow at first. You get lots of pretty mediocre stuff at the beginning with lots of summons, but it really starts picking up. So, well, I think that's basically a pretty quick summary of this game. There are probably maybe a few small things I left out, but again, it's pretty fun. Enjoy it. Who knows? This might be the start of a wonderful friendship or something. We'll see. We will see. But yeah, let's go ahead and we're at the end of the what I wanted to say more or less as a quick introduction, and let's go ahead and summon. So you can see these are the basic summoning shards. These are pretty uncommon to come by, so I'm going to go ahead and summon. You can kind of tell by the color glows if you get anything special. We're not going to get anything special. 2-star, that's the worst you can get. But then you see I will get certain things, like I got a daily quest, so okay, I can go ahead and claim that. And I also got, or at least I'm getting points for this. I got some points, I didn't get quite the first reward though. So there's just so many different things that you'll do in this game that are just progressing to different, you know, stages of, you know, different, nope, nothing new. So yeah, that's boring. So that's boring stuff. 2-star, whatever. I'm starting to climb. Let's do something a little bit more interesting, shall we? I've been saving up 2 legendary divine summonings. So let's go ahead. These, as you can see, you can get 2, 3, 4, 5 stars. This one though, you can just get epics and legendaries. So let's, and we have a 2 times chance to get legendaries. So let's try it. Let's try what we're gonna get. The color. Okay, it's an epic. Okay, it's an epic. Is it gonna be good? Epic. Midon. You're a healer. Okay. Share. Cool. Okay. So I got her, and you get more points. So now we can see if we go here, we got some points. Why didn't I give you both? Okay, thank you. And we're gonna do. Ooh, we got some claim on. Okay. So there we go. There you have it. Yeah. Watch Your Realms. Great but grindy. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Maybe generate a little bit of interest in this game. It's been something that I've enjoyed quite a bit. I'm not gonna play on the PC, I don't typically, but on my phone, you know, I really enjoy it. It's kind of nice and relaxing to play. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the